Stablecoins, arguably one of the most important products in the cryptocurrency market. Stablecoins provide incredible value and utility because of its inherent design to maintain price and also act as a medium of exchange. The biggest, most widely used stablecoins, USDT and USDC, are both issued by centralized companies Tether and Circle. The companies claim that they have equal value in assets to back each of its token one-to-one. But since there is no way to confirm what they are holding in their reserves, there is great inherent risk of holding these supposedly stable assets. A decentralized economy needs decentralized money. If we are heading towards a more decentralized future, we simply cannot risk allowing centralized companies to control the money supply like we have with the Federal Reserve and the government and how they print endless supply of cash. This is where Terra provides a solution to these issues with its decentralized algorithmic stablecoin, UST. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Captain Shreds from Shreds Capital, and I'm really excited to bring you guys a video of Luna today. Before we begin the video, I do quickly want to disclose that I am a Luna holder. It is one of my biggest bags, and I've been dollar cost averaging ever since the May crash. So if you are interested in finding these gems like I did with Luna, make sure to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter, where I will post a lot of crypto content and time-sensitive alpha. I hope you guys have been okay during this market. There's been some crazy volatility, some crazy price action in the past month alone, especially with Bitcoin. You can see we hit an all-time high of $69,000 and come down all the way to $42,000, which is pretty funny because I think it shows that Bitcoin's a meme and that we live in a simulation, right? I think this dump was necessary though. If you take a couple steps back and look at the market as a whole, this kind of correction, looks pretty severe, but at the same time, it looks like it was healthy. It looks like it was necessary in order for us to climb even higher, right? I think people were too over leveraged, people overextended, people getting too greedy, and the market needs to correct that, unfortunately. So obviously with this Bitcoin dump, we saw a bloodbath within the altcoin market, but there was one altcoin that stood out amongst the rest. And obviously that altcoin is Luna. If you take a look, it's showing some incredible strength in opposition to Bitcoin's price action and movement. And these are the kind of altcoins that you want to be looking at, right? Where it's showing incredible strength during a time where Bitcoin is not looking good at all. So I'm going to be diving into that, guys. I'm going to be showing you guys why Luna has been pumping and why I think we can see continuous growth from here. Really quickly, I just want to announce that I am not a financial advisor, and nor am I giving you financial advice. So please always do your own due diligence, your own research before investing into a project. So to understand why Luna has been pumping, you have to have like a basic level understanding of how UST and Luna work together as a dual token system. So if you guys are already aware of this and understand how it works, go ahead and skip ahead. This is primarily for those who really don't understand it. So to put it very simply, in order to create UST, right, the stablecoin, you have to burn Luna in return. So let's say you want to create $10 of UST, right? So that's 10 UST tokens because each is worth $1. You have to burn $10 worth of Luna in return. And so what that does is it burns the Luna and increases the supply of UST by $10, right? So when UST demand grows and the price of UST increases, you have to burn equivalent dollar value in Luna to create more supply for UST, and in order to stabilize the price back down to its dollar peg. So as UST demand grows, Luna becomes more scarce, and thus Luna increases in price because there's less Luna in circulation. So vice versa, when demand falls for UST and it decreases in price, equivalent dollar value in UST has to be burned to create Luna so that the UST price can come back up to the dollar peg. And so as UST demand falls, Luna supply will then increase and so lower in price. So I hope you guys were able to understand that. It was a little bit wordy, but the math behind it is pretty simple. So you might just have to read it over just a couple of times. I think these two charts that I have for you guys would really make more sense of it as well. So at the top chart, you can see this is the supply of UST. It's climbed and it was kind of steady for a little while until in November, all of a sudden we just go vertical, right? Because of the demand kicking in. And here we are sitting at just over 8 billion market cap. And at the bottom chart, here's the supply of Luna in orange. And you can see how it moves in opposition to UST. And obviously in November, the Luna supply drops dramatically because UST supply increases. All right, guys, let's dive into the first reason why Luna has been going parabolic and why I still think we can see some more upside. First reason is UST demand and growth. So taking a look at the chart, we saw the demand for UST grow exponentially over the year. But why is there demand, right? Why do people want to hold UST instead of the other stablecoins? So you have to take a look at the utility and the value that comes with UST, not only just as a stablecoin. So you take a look at the Terra ecosystem where there's all these different DeFi applications and protocols that allow users to freely and easily spend, invest, and earn yields with their UST. Whether you want to go to Anchor and earn 20% stable APY on your UST, or you go to Mirror where you can invest in stocks and synthetic assets, right? There's a ton of options, and that's what's great about the Terra ecosystem. Demand for UST is growing not only because of the Terra ecosystem, but also because it's expanding to other chains and growing its utility even more, right? Because Terra Layer 1 is built on the Cosmos software development kit and as well as the Tendermint consensus, it is naturally already interoperable with a lot of the Cosmos IBC projects. So thanks to the recent Columbus 5 network upgrade, we were able to witness UST bridge over to the Cosmos network and become the #1 stablecoin. People have slowly begun to trust UST more and more, which has led to more adoption as well, right? Stablecoins are infamous for falling off peg during these flash crashes that we've had, like in May and just recently in November. UST did fall off its peg, but it did recover very quickly, and so did the confidence in the stablecoin. All right, guys, so let's dive into the second reason why Luna has been going parabolic, and it's because of the Luna burn and the supply shock that the market is now experiencing. So if you guys didn't know, Luna is literally being burned every single day in order to meet the demand of UST and to keep it at its peg, right? And we're not talking like a small amount. We're talking millions and millions of dollars worth of Luna every single day burning to mint more UST. And another interesting fact to consider is that the lower the price of Luna is, the more Luna needs to be burned, and so less Luna in circulation. So now the market is experiencing this supply shock of how little Luna is left, and so the price inevitably goes up. You have all the people FOMOing in, and you have these exchanges that are literally running out of Luna and driving the price up. So you might be wondering like, okay, well, at this rate, there's going to be no Luna left. So how does that work? Well, eventually the burning will slow down once Luna reaches either a high enough price and or the demand of UST starts to slow down. Okay, now taking a look at this graphic that represents the supply change of Luna, you can see each and every single day there is, millions of Luna being burned every single day. And the supply reduction is crazy at this pace, at this rate, right? And it's happening because of the demand for UST. Now, taking a look at this Yahoo article, in accordance with the Terra Columbus 5 upgrade, the community approved the burning of 88.6 million Luna from the community pool, which was burned to mint $4 to $5 billion worth of UST. According to Do Kwon, he said the burn will simplify the narrative of Luna economics and boost staking rewards and also leave the community pool well funded with 10 million Luna. This will keep Luna staking rewards lucrative. And for the last reason why Luna has been going parabolic is because of its growing ecosystem and also its awesome community. When it comes to evaluating a chain or a layer one, I think it's really important to look into the ecosystem and see what kind of protocols or applications are being built on it, right? Is there anything that stands out? Is there anything that's unique or very valuable or has great use case, right? And I think Terra has been able to succeed with that because of protocols like Anchor and Mirror, right? With Anchor, you have the opportunity to lend, borrow, and save, right? You can earn 20% stable APY on your UST, right? That's unheard of. You can't do that with the typical banking system, right? You earn less than 1% on your interest, right? So already, just like that, you have use case, and it has 8.5 billion total value locked. That's incredible. That's a lot of money that is locked into the smart contracts of Anchor. And you also have Mirror Protocol, which is a synthetic asset protocol that follows the price of real world assets. So you can invest, trade, borrow, and even farm synthetic assets with your UST. Okay. Now that provides incredible use case for people, especially outside of the United States, right? People that don't have access to the stock market here in the US. Okay. It gives them an opportunity to get exposure to some of these stocks like Tesla, Microsoft, Amazon, all of them. And it also has a $1.15 billion TVL. We have a lot more protocols coming out like Astroport, Kujira. The list goes on and on, guys. Like I could spend a whole day talking about all the awesome projects coming out in the Terra ecosystem, but I'm just going to leave it with these two for now. So as the Terra ecosystem grows bigger and bigger, you can expect to see more airdrops coming to those staking their Luna, right? On top of the 9 to 10% APY that you get from staking your Luna, you will also be getting weekly airdrops from every single project that will do an airdrop. And we're expecting to see like 20 plus airdrops eventually coming soon. All right, guys, really quickly, I just wanted to share with you my personal NFT collection on Terra, just to give you guys like a glimpse of what the NFTs look like. Personally, I'm a big fan of NFTs, and I've been collecting NFTs from all different chains. So I have a ton of more NFTs on Terra. This is really just a handful that I picked just to show you guys what they look like. So very recently, Terra actually became the third largest chain by total value locked in its smart contracts, and that's a crazy feat, right? Because you have Ethereum at number 1 and Binance at 2nd, and now you have Terra at 3. Now I did this quick calculation. I posted this on my Twitter. If you guys don't follow me, go ahead and follow me there. But I did this quick market cap divided by TVL to gain a little different perspective, right? And evaluate some of these chains and determine whether or not some might be undervalued or overvalued, right? And judging based on the ratio, you can see that Terra is actually, it could be undervalued, right? In comparison to some of these other chains like Binance, where Binance's market cap is 5.6 times bigger than its TVL. Okay. Now, if you look at Terra, it's at 2.3. So you could make the argument that Binance is overvalued and Terra is undervalued. So I just wanted to share this with you guys because it does bring a different perspective, and it's good to consider. All right, guys, now for a little price prediction. I do think that $100 Luna is possible by the end of the year. I still think it's in the bag. I think conservatively, if I had to bet, I would say at least $90, but I do think $100 is possible. And it's because of the Luna burning, the UST demand increasing. And, we've been in consolidation for a couple months now, and currently Luna is in price discovery. So who knows what'll happen. And obviously this is not considering all the external factors like Bitcoin and the overall market in general. I do think that a $10 billion market cap for UST by the end of the year is possible, solely just because Do Kwon thinks so as well. Now, lastly, I think $1,000 Luna is not a meme. It may not happen within a year. It may not happen within 2 years, but I do think that eventually it will be $1,000 Luna. It'll come sooner than we think. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps up the video on Luna. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys watched all the way to the end, I really appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.